Good morning from bear country. Of course, I figured out where I live is also bear country. A couple nights ago, I took a hike on this new to me found paved trail, and it was a quarter of a mile up to the little overlook I've made videos from before. I used Map My Walk, so yes, I know it was exactly a quarter of a mile. I get up there, and the little piece that I plug into the phone had broken off of the old cable. So I didn't get to make the video that night, and now I'm 100 miles or so away from home, in what's probably going to become my favorite place. I'm standing here beside a river, as you can see, in the mountains. I'm not going to give you a whole lot of details because this is an escape place. It's a place where I'll come and be able to do some preparation for what I see as bad events that are coming down the pike. If you watch the news, you probably don't know a whole lot about it. And anyway, I got this new cord at the Dollar Tree, so I can stand further away and have the mic closer, so hopefully you can hear me. I hope you can hear a lot of the birds chirping. I have my big professional camera on a little bench here, along with my water bottle. The last time I was here was the Thanksgiving Eve. We pulled out and drove down that road up there Thanksgiving morning to go meet my sister. A bald eagle flew up actually from the road to this river. I hadn't seen a bald eagle in this area, and well, I haven't lived in this area for 25 years. So anyway, I brought my telephoto lens and my professional camera. Oh, can you hear the frog croaking? Oh, there's a car coming. It's probably overtime. Anyway, I'm kind of keeping my eye out. I don't think there's a whole lot of snakes or anything dangerous in this area, but I'm literally right on the edge of the river, so I want to keep an eye out. I think you'll be seeing a lot of videos from this location. My landlord actually arrived from Texas, I think it was last Saturday night, and then she was kind of frazzled from the trip and the last few weeks of the semester. I can't give you a whole lot of information about her either, except to say that Tuesday I was able to get her by herself and talk about whether I was able to come out here to this farm or not. As you know, if you've been following me at all, the farm is kind of a integral part of my total plan of moving to this area. There's lots of gnats out here, so I'm not really just scratching my head. I'm trying to bat the gnats away. I'm going to figure out what kind of birds will eat those things and invite them out here. Speaking of birds, there's some chicken coops up the hill here. I guess they're 5 or 6, 10. I should know what 6 feet are after 2 years of staying 6 feet apart, but so let's say they're 10 or 12 feet apart. And between two of them, there were about a dozen buzzards on each one. And as I walked down, I got some photos of it. I do have internet up there, but fortunately I don't even have to put my phone on Do Not Disturb down here. I have no cell service. I have had no cell service for the last hour driving in yesterday afternoon when I left Shenandoah National Park. Well, I had it at the park, and I had it for a good ways until I was about an hour out from here. It's about an hour and a half to the park. I'm starting to get a little congested, so hopefully I don't sound bad. But anyway, those buzzards, some were vultures, turkey vultures, and some were just the black-headed vultures. The turkey ones are more naked heads, kind of red skin looking. It looked like they were playing Red Rover, send someone over, because 4 or 5 would fly to the other building, and then a couple would fly back to this one. It was I hadn't seen that many vultures in one spot, and I don't think there's anything dead, because we were out yesterday when I got here picking up all the dead branches that had fallen off in the last storm. Now we had a wonderful bonfire last night. I bet you can hear those frogs. I'm sure they're all around me in the water here. So why am I excited to be on a farm? If you've been following me, you'll know that I'm concerned about food shortages coming. I'm concerned about a lot of things, a lot of shortages coming. So I wanted to have a place I could grow some food, both meat and vegetables. You say, why would a carnivore grow vegetables? Because I'm not doing it just for myself. In fact, that was one of the challenges, was to get the landowner to tell me what her plan was so I could coordinate my plan with her plan. And as the day went on, she opened up more and more. So I showed her a couple of YouTubes last night of some of the homesteaders I watch, and I think I've gotten her excited about food rabbits. And we've got the facilities here to have them basically indoors. She was even talking about buying the hutch instead of us building it. And I like that philosophy. It'll be a whole lot faster. So kind of my goal, I think I've mentioned it before, was to kind of work out here 3 or 4 days a week and maybe go back into town, get a part-time job for the weekends. And then in the winter, maybe even the fall, winter, and then get a full-time, turn that part-time job into a full-time job, maybe. Or maybe be back out here if there's stuff I can do in the winter, preparing for next spring. And then come back out here in the spring and have things really ready and growing by the time next summer gets here, which is when I think the recession is probably going to hit the hardest, and maybe even a hyperinflationary depression. I'm not trying to be a spreader of doom and gloom. I'm just trying to encourage you. Is that a bluebird? No, they might be. There's 2 of them, but I don't see the blue. But bluebirds generally travel in pairs. They just flew from one side of the river to the other. But a lot of people I'm listening to are thinking that by next summer we're going to be in some serious shortages. So I hope you have at the very least, set some beans and rice aside for some kind of sustenance. So I plan to grow potatoes here, probably some tomatoes. They've gotten some pepper plants and some Brussels sprout plants. I was mainly going to do it from seed, but if they got plants, I'll plant them. Today, 3 fruit trees are arriving, 2 cherry and 1 peach. There's already a pear and 2 or 3 apple trees. I have to go look at the apple trees today. One of them apparently is not doing too well. And I'll be doing some chainsawing out here. All the chestnuts have pretty much died off. If you follow me on social media, you saw we had a wonderful bonfire last night. All of that wood, and why it was flaming so high was it was just downfall we had picked up on the property so the mower wouldn't catch it. So it was little twigs and branches, nothing bigger than a forearm probably. And so all that stuff lit up very well and made a very high flame, and then I was able to put some bigger wood on it. I had to take a shower last night. I smelled awful of smoke. I didn't want to sleep in that. Even though I do have these smoky clothes on I wore out here last night thinking I would get a video made yesterday. So anyway, oh, and I got my National Park access pass yesterday. That's why I stopped by Shenandoah National Park. But this is, let's just say I am probably happier and more content than I have been in quite some time. I will still be going to my parents on Monday, so definitely kind of the plan was to be out here maybe Tuesday through Friday, go back into town, work Saturday, Sunday, go to see my parents Monday, probably come back out here on Tuesday, or maybe like meet a friend at Shenandoah National Park on Tuesday. Now that I have a free access pass, I can take up to 3 people in with me. So if you're in this area, Northern Virginia, and you want to go, let me know. The lady at the gate was very accommodating. I have high praise for that, what I would call a contact ranger. She was very kind and very efficient, got the pass, lickety-split. I didn't delay the people behind me. I'm looking forward to when I can actually go down Skyline Drive. A friend asked if I wanted to go Memorial Day weekend. I said, no, no, that's the start of summer here. She's from Arizona. And I know from working in the parks that Memorial Day is when all the city slickers head to the parks, and Skyline Drive is a 2-lane road, one way each way, on the top of the mountain at a 35-mile-an-hour speed limit. If that's bumper to bumper, it's not very much fun. So I told her, let's try to go Tuesday after Memorial Day, and then I reckon I can just come on back out here after we spend several hours in the park. So yeah, I am loving this clean air. Texas does not have this kind of clean air, probably because Texas does not have this kind of tree coverage. Trees make oxygen, they eat carbon dioxide, if you don't know that. They are wonderful for cleaning the air. And you can hear, there's a truck going down the road. Looks like a logging truck. And that's about the only noise you hear out here. The river, from up where the farmhouse is, it's a bit of a walk. I'm never up at 9 a.m. out making a video. I actually woke up at 7:45 this morning. Not from anything. It's so quiet out here. We heard the whippoorwills last night out around the fire. They were bouncing all around, talking back to each other. Oh, I can see a vulture now on, oh, there's two of them on the chicken coop that I can see, which is perpendicular to the ones they were playing. Red Rover, send someone over on. My throat is getting a little scratchy. I got to get back to the house and get my allergy pill. I do have my bottle of Diet Mountain Dew. There's actually one of the gas stations 30 miles or so up the road here that I can fill my jug up at. You know, the subscription I got for the free, not free, I mean I paid for it, but it's unlimited refills for a whole month. But I didn't take the time to go try to find it yesterday because I had lost signal, so my GPS was set to here, and it was the first time I'd driven out here by myself. Anyway, I'm doing good. I'm happy. I'll probably make another video here real soon, but I'll try to get this one loaded up once I get back on the Wi-Fi. Anyway, great to talk to y'all this morning. I hope you enjoy the view of the river and the mountain. Oh, it was pretty last night. I'm just loving. At Thanksgiving, of course, none of the trees were green, so it was kind of bare. I made a video in the bedroom then. You can look back to my Vlogmas series. It was probably one of the first ones. I didn't tour. We did tour the property then, and that's when I decided I didn't want to live out here full-time. But now I'm glad I can be out here part-time, help this family become self-sufficient, and have a backup plan for me if I ever need to get out of the city. So yes, that all fits very well into my unconventional healthy living strategies. I hope this microphone and this cable are working just fine. On the sound test, it sounded like it was. Oh, and somebody lives right on the bank across the river. I don't remember seeing that house coming in, but I probably didn't look for it either. Anyway, we'll talk to you soon. I'm about to get to work and start exploring this place. Well, I'm actually going to go get some breakfast first. I brought out some farm fresh eggs, which we will have here very shortly. The lady's son has laying hens, so he'll bring some out and put in what we call the little chicken coop, the one they built for the fresh live chickens. These big ones haven't been in use for, I think, 8 years, and the law has changed, so unless you had continual use of double-decker ones, you can't grow chickens in them now because they have to be single level. So anyway, there's a lot of work I need to get done here, and I'm looking forward to getting started. Y'all have a great day.